What's new, crew? Good morning. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are or whatever time it is. I'm bringing you guys through a little bit of the behind the scenes on a full week in my kitchen during pantry challenge. This video right here is a full video that I can link down below for you guys. In this video, we smoke some fish and we make 2 different kinds of muffins with a lot of vegetables and some bananas and stuff from the freezer. These right here are a chocolate chip zucchini muffin, and then we end up putting little cubes of cream cheese in the center of each muffin, and they were delicious. These muffins did not last very long at all. They lasted, I think, 2 or 3 days. The kids and my husband loved these chocolate ones specifically. I will 100% be making this chocolate chip zucchini recipe again. You could even make this into a quick bread if you wanted, and probably make 2 loaves of bread. Have one for now, put one in the freezer, and enjoy it for a later day. Especially if you're doing pantry challenge like this, that could be very helpful. You can just pull out a quick bread and have it either for snacks or maybe a dessert with like a scoop of ice cream or some homemade whipped cream, or even some breakfast with like a hard-boiled egg. The other muffin that we did, here is our cubed of cream cheese, which actually made me really happy because we talked about this in this video, but I have so much cream cheese left over from the holidays, so I was really excited to be able to use a little bit of this. I also have been wanting to try doing cream cheese stuffed muffins, and this was a perfect opportunity to do that. So these turned out really well. We liked the cream cheese in the center as well, and you do not need a lot. I think these little cubes were perfect, the perfect amount for this size of muffin that we did here. The other muffin that we did was a muffin that we have done before together, and that is the cinnamon and sugar banana donut style muffin, and that's just a banana muffin that we dip in cinnamon and sugar and some butter on top and make this beautiful little crust. It's really good. And of course, because we do have laying hens, we're doing a lot of egg washing and egg prep. I usually will only wash eggs about once a week and get them in the cartons and put them in the fridge. We have started some sourdough, so I've been kind of working on that and troubleshooting. Thank you guys so much for all of the comments from all you sourdough experts, or at least people who are much more experienced than myself, giving me tips and showing me things. So I got a comment saying that all of this hooch on the top of my sourdough was because my sourdough was hungry and I needed to feed it more, or some of you guys said to put it in the fridge. And I appreciate all your comments. They are very much needed in this sourdough saga situation, featuring Cleo playing in the refrigerator while I feed my sourdough. But I've been troubleshooting my sourdough, learning a little bit, so I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes of me trying to get my sourdough together. The other thing we did this week was smoke this trout. My husband has been loving ice fishing now that it is finally iced over here in the Midwest, and he's been going about once a week-ish, just depending on our schedule and how life works out. But I love it when he can go ahead and get out there ice fishing. But he took a trip recently up north into Michigan and was able to catch a couple fish up there, and this was one of the fish that he brought home from that kind of like 24-hour fishing trip, and he wanted to smoke it. So that's what we did. We brined this overnight. I've shown how we brine fish before, but it's just water, a little bit of honey, some brown sugar, some salt. Very simple. You go ahead and brine it in the fridge overnight or in a cold spot, but in the fridge preferably. And then you rinse it because it's going to come out super slimy. Go ahead and rinse that fish off, and then you can see here I'm getting it ready for the smoker. We prefer to tie our fish up. At least these small variety of trout, we think it just smokes more evenly and gives it a better flavor. We ended up smoking it in oak trips this time. That's just what I grabbed out of our big bag of smoker chips. We have a ton of different variety. We find them all over different like local shops, and we pick up chips that sound good for a good price and just add them to the pile, and that just happens to be what I picked. So I smoked that fish in the smoker for a couple of hours, pulled it out, and we've just been eating it as a little bit of a protein snack. The other thing we did this week, this is a full video if you want to see this. This video went out on Monday, but this is a homemade laundry detergent. We're making it with Castile soap, water, baking soda, washing soda, and a little bit of salt. It's very, very simple. It's unbelievably easy, you guys. I cannot believe it took me this long to switch over. And I always knew that laundry detergent was mostly water. I think that's something that is very well known now, but seeing that it is one cup of Castile soap to, let's say it together, 12 cups of water blew my mind. This large pure Castile soap, the unscented stuff that you see here, this is a half gallon. I ordered this off of Amazon for $26. The normal laundry detergent that I buy is also, it's $21 or $22, and it lasts me about 3 months. That is, these jars here are what I fill that last my family 3 months. I'm using 1 cup of Castile soap for $5 more, and it presumably is going to last my family the exact same amount of time. So not only am I switching to something that's better and cleaner, I'm actually going to end up saving my family money in the long run, which is insane to me. So I will have this stuff linked down below for you guys, the Castile soap and whatnot, if you want to go ahead and give it a try. I am so happy that I switched. I've been using it for about a week now. I've had no issues. I love it a lot. And then the second batch that we have there is a lavender scented one, but this video will be linked down below if you want to know exactly how I made this. It's very easy. Colt is helping me make an apple crisp. We have all these apples that are super soft from neighbors' trees and stuff. They're just getting soft. They're starting to get wrinkled. So we are going to peel these up and make a quick apple crisp for the weekend. So Colt's gonna help peel all of them. I love it when the kids want to get in the kitchen with me, and this day I asked Colt if he wanted to help me make an apple crisp because during pantry challenge I'm trying to use up those things. You can see here this apple really needed to be used up. Some of them are starting to rot from the inside. They've held over in the fridge since September or October, so really they've done very well, but it's time to get them used up, and the best way to get a lot of apples used up is to do an apple crisp, which is something my family absolutely loves. And we had this was a Friday. We had it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It didn't even last until Monday. I could put a little slice in my husband's lunch. While Colt is peeling apples, I'm making a double batch of pizza dough in here. Friday nights are pizza nights, so we're doing pizza crust. Tonight we're doing Italian sausage, pineapple, peppers, onions, and I always make 2 pizzas now. That way we're left over with at least probably about half-ish of a pizza left over, and then we'll usually eat that for like breakfast the next morning. So here's a little bit of a behind the scenes restock, but before we get to the restock, this is our beautiful apple crisp and then our pizza dough that we ended up making for Friday night. It was really simple. It's my favorite Friday night dinner. On Sunday, my husband was out ice fishing with some friends. I had the kids to myself, so we wanted to do some fun stuff. So we made these little protein smoothie popsicles. I just pulled out my Ninja KitchenAid and put in a bunch of fruit, a couple little dashes of Greek yogurt, and then some almond milk. That's just what we use because the baby needs almond milk. Whip that in your food processor or in your blender, whatever you have, and once it becomes, you know, smoothie like, you can drink it as a smoothie, which my kids did for a snack that day. We made it into popsicles, and I ended up putting the leftovers into an old Cool Whip container, put that in the freezer, and then we'll be able to scoop it out just like ice cream, and the kids can have a little frozen yogurt snack ice cream during pantry challenge, which is really exciting. And of course we had to do a lot of eggs. This was the day that I did my weekly egg prep, so Colt helped me wash all the eggs and get them into cartons, and then we ended up doing a batch of hard-boiled eggs, which is his favorite snack. We also eat them a lot for breakfast. The baby likes them, and my husband will grab a couple of them to bring to work with him as well, just as like a little extra protein for a snack or for his lunch or whatever he decides he wants them for. Then that same day, London wanted to learn how to make pasta, so I taught her how to make pasta, and we even got to use my new pasta roller to make some delicious lasagna. Here's a look at our lasagna. I'm so excited to eat this. I've never made lasagna with ricotta or with spinach before, so I think this is gonna be really great, but we're gonna get this sliced up.